Hi. All right, here's an interesting question from Mariam, who says, I began my journey to recovery since a year and a half, restored my weight, my period, my physical health. I admit that I'm still having some rules, which I'm working on them, side by side on mental health and rewiring to reach full recovery. My question is about fasting. I'm a Muslim and it's a religious ritual. My mum keeps telling me not fasting. For example, in Ramadan, I have to fast every day for a month for about 16 hours, no food, no water. Should I do that? I'm afraid of energy deficit. I don't want to be sick again. And I wonder if I can't fast, will it be for the rest of my life, even if I reach full recovery, not to activate your eating disorder again? Thanks in advance. So I was reading that, and I have to admit, first of all, when I wrote my question is about fasting, I was like, what? And then when I read I'm a Muslim and it's a religious ritual, I was like, ah. Now I was reading that and I'm thinking, I know that there is somebody who talks about this, and I think I'd listened to a podcast on it with somebody, and then luckily for me, because I couldn't remember who that was, Jags6572 commented, I would recommend MEDA, that's the Middle East Eating Disorder Association, as they have covered this topic on Instagram, podcasts, etc. Exactly, Jags, that is who I'm thinking about. I can picture the girl that talks about it, but I couldn't remember what the organisation was. MEDA, look that up, and I do think it's an interesting question. Now, for me, as a non-religious person, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? I'm going to say, don't you dare fast. And I'm also going to say that fasting is responsible, this sort of like things like Ramadan can be responsible for a lot of people developing eating disorders. And I think that MEDA talk about that as well, that some people do go into energy deficit over Ramadan. Some people's bodies, that does not end well for them. And so whilst I don't want to get into the religious side of things, I think from a health side of things, if you have the genetic predisposition for an eating disorder, should you go into energy deficit, then I'm sure that we can argue that fasting is not going to be a healthy thing for you. And I think that all religion could probably agree that what we want for people is to be healthy. And so if doing something means that they would not be healthy, then I'm sure that whatever God it is that you are doing stuff for would be like, all right, you get out of that because it's not good for you. I mean, he's got to be reasonable, he or she, or it. I don't know. I don't want to get into pronouns with God that I don't actually believe in, but other people do. I'm just saying, but I'm not going to get into the pronoun argument around God. It, whatever it is, I'm sure that it would agree that if fasting makes the shit hit the fan for you, that you would be better off not doing it. But anyway, I'm definitely not an expert on this one, religion, but MEDA, look that up, should be able to help you out. All right, bye.